Welcome to the Parsha Perspective. Each week, we will delve deep in a weekly Torah portion to find a practical and insightful way to enhance your daily life. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Rabbi Shalom Yemini, and each week we will look into the weekly Torah portion to find practical and insightful ways to enhance your daily life. This week's Parsha Perspective is in honor of our homeland, Eretz Yisroel. May Kadosh Baruch Hu, may God continue to protect our brave soldiers, and may God return all of the hostages from Gaza immediately. This week's Parsha Perspective is in loving memory of my grandfather, Rav Yeudah ben Arain, Shlomo ben Edward, Ereb ben Efraim, and Yirachmiel Daniel ben Gedalia, as well as in memory of Galya, Margalit, bat Shulamit. May their souls continue to be uplifted, and may their memories be a blessing. Before I begin, this week's Parsha Perspective is in merit of the Ohr HaChaim Rav Chaim ben Attar, a commentary who I quote quite often. His Yahrzeit, the anniversary of his passing, is on the 15th of Tammuz, which is the release date of this episode. He was an immense Kabbalist and a giant Torah scholar, and these qualities shine through his commentary, the Ohr HaChaim. He is one of the few individuals in our tradition referred with the title HaKadosh, the Holy, at the end of his name. The holy Reb Pinchas of Karts said that the Sefer Ohr HaChaim protects the home, and learning it uplifts the soul like learning the Zohar. This week's Torah portion is Parshas Balak, not just words. Our Parsha begins by telling us the story of Balak and Bilaam. Balak was the king of Moab and feared an upcoming battle with the Jewish people. Moshe Rabbeinu and the Jewish nation just defeated the powerful kingdoms of Emor and Bashan, and in desperation, Balak turns to Bilaam, the famed non-Jewish prophet, hoping he could curse the Jewish people and bring them to destruction and ruin. When Bilaam received Balak's request, God appeared to him and warned him that he may not curse the Jewish people, for they are blessed. Bilaam sent the word back that God would not allow him to go. Balak sent even more prestigious messengers, offering Bilaam wealth and honor in return for his services. Once again, God appears to Bilaam. This time, God permitted him to go, but only if he would say exactly what God had instructed. Bilaam agrees and sets out on his journey, but God has one lesson to teach him. God places an angel with a drawn sword in his path, and the donkey which sees the angel refuses to move. Bilaam, unaware of the angel's presence, hits the donkey in frustration. The pasuk tells us something miraculous, that the donkey turns to Bilaam and begins to speak and says, "Why have you done this to me? Why have you hit me 3 times? I have done nothing but serve you amazingly for 3 years." And at that moment, God opens Bilaam's eyes and he sees the angel. He bows in fear, and the angel rebukes him and warns him again not to speak anything that curses the Jewish people, but only the words that God intended. And in the end, Bilaam did not curse the Jewish people, and he blesses them 3 times as Balak sends Bilaam away in anger and in frustration. However, a question comes to mind. On his 3rd and final attempt to curse the Jewish people, Bilaam once again blesses them instead. But this time, he opens up with a peculiar introduction. He says, "The saying of Bilaam, the son of Beor, the saying of the man with the open eye, the one who believes in God." But why does he introduce himself so formally, as if we don't know already who is speaking? And what does it mean, his eyes are open? What is Bilaam trying to prove? Or perhaps, what is Bilaam trying to hide? In honor of the Yahrzeit of the Ohr HaChaim Rav Chaim ben Attar, we're going to delve right into his deep and profound explanation. And he writes that up to this point, Bilaam only spoke the words that were placed in his mouth, and they were placed in his mouth by the angel. Through the blessings sounded like they were his, they were not truly his own. He wanted to curse the Jewish people, but God transformed his curses into blessings, into brachas. Now, for the first time, Bilaam wanted the words to be his own, hoping God would accept his words as they were and not override them as before. So this is why he introduces himself so dramatically. The word of Bilaam, the son of Beor, the man whose eyes are open, who hears the word of God. These layers of identity were not for the listener, but they were for God. And they were his attempt to step forward as an independent voice, as someone who's in control of his words. The Ohr HaChaim explains that even in this moment, HaKadosh Baruch Hu reshaped Bilaam's words. His blessings, still full of hidden curses, were transformed. He compared the Jewish people to rivers that run dry in the summer, but God added one word and turned them into streams that flow eternally. Bilaam hinted at plants that fade, and God inserted planted by God, transforming it into a vision of endurance and continuity. Bilaam thought he was finally in control, but HaKadosh Baruch Hu was always one step ahead. He opened up his mouth, but God guided the outcome. He tried to shape the message, but God shaped the impact. God was demonstrating that even the most negative words can become blessings. Even the darkest of intentions can be deflected into light. Even this long exile will transform itself into the greatest redemption with the ultimate light shining bright. In our daily life, it is imperative to realize that we are not spectators in the story of our lives. We are participants. Every word we say, every choice we make, every situation we walk into, even if we feel powerless, is still being shaped by how we show up. And this is especially true in moments of failure and frustration. Even when things are falling apart, there is a meaning within the moment. God is teaching us something, revealing a light that must come through us. We are the painter, we are the painting, but we are also a partner in the creation, in His mission, and in the story that He's trying to tell the world through our existence. There's a profound quote from the famous singer Leonard Cohen, known as Eliezer Cohen. There's a crack in everything, and that is how the light gets in. Have a great weekend and good Shabbos.
Thank you for tuning in to the Parsha Perspective. Check out our website, theparshaperspective.com. Send thoughts and comments to theparshaperspective@gmail.com. Till next time, thanks for listening.